Hey, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire. In recent events, our heroes managed to defeat the Dark Dragon General who is antagonizing the people of Tantar and Tuntar. We witnessed our stone robot make a very noble, yet unnecessary sacrifice in order to quite literally pave the road forward for our heroes. We then stopped by a local dragon shrine where Ryu underwent a trial, and upon successful completion of that trial, had his latent dragon powers awakened, making him one of the most broken and OP characters in the game. We then traveled through a cave full of really annoying enemies, and finally we reached our destination, the port town of Auria. Man, it's awfully shiny here. Reminds me of something from The Secret of Mana. But anyways, long intro is long, so let's get the show on the road, shall we, by having a look around. Wait, what? You're arresting me? For what? The hell is going on? I'm not gonna steal your treasure. Well, evidently the guards have played this JRPG before, and they're on to our little game of going into random people's homes and stealing their belongings. Man, that's a pretty shitty welcoming committee. Well, let's have a look around here, shall we? Let's get some prison clothes, yeah. Not that they're very good or useful in any way. Let's see, defense 106, down to 86. Yeah, it's 20 points weaker than the thief clothes that Ryu has on now. But the prison clothes increase your fate or your luck stat by 20. Again, not that they're useful, but it's there. Probably end up selling that in the near future. Can we just wait around for a little while for something to happen? Any secret switches? No, okay, well let's talk to our new roommate here. Hey buddy, what are you in for? Well, you see, what had happened was... No, we're innocent. The law will prevail. Whoa, what a dick. Yeah, we have to accept this guy's offer. So we're gonna say yes this time. Wait, how are you gonna let us out? What the? You can open the door at will? And you go back to sleep. Why don't you just escape? Well, maybe this guy's a caring soul and he just wants to help us out. Get his good karma for the day. Or maybe he likes the free food and lodging, I don't know. But anyways, wow, even the buildings are made of gold. Yeah, that's one thing I like about how the developers handled this town. Everything is shiny and made of gold because that is the main focus on this story segment, gold. Well, money more specifically. But we'll go into that in just a few moments. First things first, we need to go to the port and see about securing a ship to Scand. Okay. Well, let's go have a word with Mr. Ross, shall we? Thankfully, we didn't run into any mysterious women prophesizing the imminent doom of this village. No, that was another game. But I do want to stop by the item shop. Now, you might recall earlier in the LP, I mentioned that some villages in this game have different exchange rates than others. And Auria is the first village to use that feature. So, well, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is, at the item shop here, due to this different exchange rate, items cost 30% more than they do in other towns. Now on the flip side, you can also sell items for 30% more and make a decent amount of money. So I want to, and this is the main reason why I held on to all of those high dollar items until now, because I wanted to sell them here for a premium, and I suggest you do the same. Now, this little rule only affects items, not equipment, so you can't abuse the system like that. So anything you're not using, I suggest you just go ahead and sell. You can go ahead and sell your longsword too. because now that Ryu has the dragon spells, you'll never need a sword for the rest of the game. Anytime you have a need for single target DPS, just go with the dragon spells. Your physical attack will never outweigh that. And, yeah, that looks good. So now let's put some of this money to use. We want to buy a vitamin, a pouch, and that's it for now. This gold bar for 65,000 gold is very expensive. But as you can probably assume by the title of the video and the theme of this village, we're going to need to buy that at some point. Let's see what they have at the equipment shop. I do want to get a tiara for Nina. It's a little better than the hairband. And that's pretty much it. Everyone else should be fine. So let's come upstairs and put that vitamin to use. Vitamins to cure the hiccups? It's not very practical. Now I'm assuming this was lost in translation and or heavily censored, and I believe this guy has a hangover. But you buy the vitamins, you come up and talk to him, and in exchange, glub, glub, glub. You don't drink vitamins. Oh, he might be using a liquid to wash down the vitamin. Okay, never mind. Kind of like how you take a pill. Ignore me, viewers. But yeah, for helping this guy out, we get 5,000 gold, and we could turn a pretty decent profit. Alright. Kind of weird to have the bar above the equipment shop, but whatever. Let's come up here and get a life too. Awesome. Kingdom of skilled thieves who had mysterious powers, huh? Well, we'll have to keep that in mind for later. Oh, really? You know, this part of the game reminds me of Chapter 3 from Dragon Quest IV with Taylun. Now, real quick here, that guard to the right, just like in Nanai, if you get too close, he'll throw you back in jail. So you want to be careful to avoid the guards here. Hey, alright. Looks like our trip here was not in vain after all. But yeah, with money being the main focus of the game here, at least at this point, it's very reminiscent of Chapter 3 in Dragon Quest IV, where the main purpose in that chapter was to acquire a large sum of money and put it to use, and that's what we're going to be doing here. Let's give this vigor potion to Ryu first of all. Although I will say that getting money in this game is much easier than it was in Dragon Quest IV. Skilled thieves and bleak, huh? Because in that game you had to do a lot of little side quests and get drops and a lot of backtracking and playing the market. But here we just do a little, well, not a little, I'd say a small handful of side quests, similar to the vitamin side quest we just completed. And we'll get all the money we need. Hey, a marble 1. Very nice. Doesn't seem like the best idea to make your houses out of gold. Or maybe they're just gold-plated. I don't know. Nothing. I'm not here to steal your treasures at all. Nope. Here we get a strength potion. You would think that after spending all night talking to myself at work, that coming home and talking into a microphone in front of an audience that's not physically there would be easy. But no, it's not. Oh, man. Here we get some more items to sell. Very nice. Here we get another white antler, so if you did not pick up the one earlier, or has it been 2 already? I can't remember. Yeah, that is one downside to taking a month and a half off from playing this game, is that I can't remember everything I've said or done up to this point. But make sure you have at least one of those white antlers in your inventory so you can complete a quest later on in the game. And you have to complete that quest in order to advance, so make sure you hang on to that white antler. Fusion Ha? No. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out later. Reminds me of South Figaro, where the rich man was in leagues with the Empire. Are the villagers here in league with the Dark Dragons? Let's find out by taking another luck potion. And a marble 3, can never have too many of those. Hey old man, what's up? Okay. Whoops, wrong one. It's too bad we can't just use the L or R buttons to toggle our party order. That's not until Breath of Fire 2. Oh well. Fix my aching back. And how do you know she's a healer? What are you doing, Nina? I'm the healer. I'm supposed to get the puff puff massage. Well, in return for Nina giving Master Roshi a happy ending massage there, we get 20,000 gold. All right. You know, I get the feeling that scene was heavily censored, and I would love to know how that plays out in the Japanese version of the game. I mean, Nina's barely legal. But, gotta have a dirty old man in a JRPG. Standard rule. Oh man, Ted Woolsey. Anyways, what? Uh-oh, we're caught. Wait, you're actually going to arrest me for going into somebody's home unannounced and going through their belongings? What a concept. Nuts. Well, it would appear that the guards are onto us. Can you? They use a different lock. I don't know if you're going to be able to break this one or not. Okay, so whatever lock the guards use apparently is no match for this guy. We'll have to be sure to come back and thank him whenever he's awake. Okay, this time we will avoid that house. And as far as I know, you can never open that treasure box, so don't worry about that. There's a lot of items to pick up here now that I think about it. Wait, was he the guy that we saw up north? Ah, yeah, he was the guy that the fairies put a spell on, okay. Here we get an acorn, awesome. Here we get a smart ring, that's another accessory. Let's give that to Nina. It will increase her intelligence and her magic stats slightly. Which really, in this game, those stats are only used for determining the accuracy for your debuffs. And right now Nina only has the hold spell, which is a paralysis debuff. But you still want to give it to her just because, I mean, why not? No one else in our party can make use of it. Not that I'll be using her debuffs anytime soon, or maybe at all for that matter. I mean, they're useful, but I'd rather just go for the victory and deal damage to defeat enemies. Huh, the light key. We haven't heard of that before. Ah, so what you're saying is that it's always daytime here. That's really gotta suck for your sleep schedule. Yeah, says the guy who works nights and sleeps during the day. No, we'll find another way to get there. The safe? What do you mean? What's going on? Your daughter is locked in the safe. Must be a really big safe. Well, let's go take a look and see what's going on over there. Reminds me of Final Fantasy VII and trying to open the safe at the mansion there. It's locked, okay. Well, apparently in this mansion, we can't open the safe just by inputting a number combination. So we're gonna have to find another way to get in there. But let's go over here first and pick up these items, and then we'll go check in on that lady's son back at the fairy forest. Here we get a gold tiara. We can just sell that. It's totally useless as equipment. Oh wait, I think there's one more item here. If I'm not mistaken. Haha, yes there is. Here we get 2,000 gold. Alright. I may not remember how to speak properly, but I do remember how to play this game. Okay. Let's go ahead and use that luck potion we picked up earlier. What? Oh. Okay, maybe I don't remember how to play this game. Alright, so that's all the items we can pick up here in Auria for now. But before we head to the fairy forest, I want to go to the inn because the quickest way to get there is to warp back to, I think it's Tantar. And Nina just doesn't have enough MP to cast warp. 200 gold? What are the toilet seats made of gold too? Man. Highway robbery. Okay, so now let's go to Tantar. Okay. I can never remember if it's Tuntar or Tantar that's still standing. And just another friendly reminder, anytime you warp to a village you've been to, you automatically go to the Dragon Shrine, as opposed to taking you right outside, which would have been nice, but oh well. And because the enemies here are so weak, let's just go ahead and use a Marble 3 to avoid them. And walk on down to the fairy forest there. Unfortunately, you still have to go up and around. Yeah, Tuntar kinda got demolished. Sometimes the price for peace is rather high, and for those folks, it was. Wait, no, that's the Dragon Shrine. And I need to get Bo back in the lead of my party here. There we go. Why do you need our help? If you put a curse on him to make him walk in circles endlessly, then haven't you already stopped him from logging the forest? Whoa, I'm surprised that got by the sensors. He's gonna keep moving till he drops dead? Come on, Ted Woolsey. Oh wait, we should probably say yes. I mean, I'm no expert, but I would find it rather hard to be a lumberjack if I was walking in circles until the end of time. No, we don't. What do you mean go find him? If you put a spell on him, don't you already know where he is? Oh, whoops. Anyways, let's come over here real quick. Hey, alright. And that's it. No happy music, no reward, no nothing. So, now that we're done here, let's go back to Auria and talk to his mother. Oh, it's only 2 MP to warp? For some reason I thought it was 8, like in Lufia and Dragon Quest. I guess I didn't have to stay at the inn. Well, Nina was low on MP anyways, so... Oh, I was like, oh no, they caught me. Fuck! Okay, let's see. I think it was this house over here. Yes. Hey, alright! What do you mean this isn't much? That's 20 grand! Well, I guess it's pocket change for you rich people. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well then, you got what you deserved. Don't you know they're trying to take over the world? Okay, well before we head out to the town of Bleak, which is our next destination, I want to go back to the item shop and pick up one of those gold bars and sell the new items that we acquired. Wow, we have 105,000 gold. That's amazing. What else do we get? I still have a white antler down here, so we can go ahead and sell this one for another 2,000 gold. Don't really need antidotes, but whatever. I think that's... oh, lice. Okay, make sure you hang on to the pouch for a little bit later on, and that's it. Let's go ahead and buy one of these gold bars here. And even though we still have 60,000 gold, you don't want to spend it on anything else because we're still going to have a use for money in the near future. So now that we have the gold bar, we've looted this place of all of its treasures, and we know what we have to do. Let's head on over to the east. Game! Well, these guys are easy enough. Hooray! Keep your guard up while you're in Bleak. It's full of thieves. Oh, well, thanks for the pro tip. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll go for a little bit of length on this episode because it's been so long since we've been together, and the intro was a little lengthy. More lengthy than I like it to be, I should say. Now, unfortunately, we can't go through that locked door, which would have made this dungeon very short, so we have to take the long way around. And just like before, you want to go with the E key because it makes everything easy, and your best AoE attacks from Ryu, or your only AoE attack, I should say. And Bo can just kind of sit on his ass and do nothing this entire dungeon. Now there is one new enemy that we can meet up with here. And there he is! Alright, the bully, but nothing special. He's weak to fire if you care. But just go with your normal attacks and you should be okay. And now that we have no more new enemies and the experience is kind of meh, let's go ahead and use a Marble 3. Once again, I'm not worried about my levels at all. I also don't plan to do any level grinding in this LP. But we are coming up on a very good place to do so, should you feel the need to. Another locked door that we can't get into just yet, so we'll have to pass on that. I think this is a dead end. No, it's not. Hey! Here we get a cure and a shell hat. Alright, I believe that's a better helmet for Bo, if I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. No, not Nina either. Or Ryu, okay. Oh, I know who that's for. Okay, never mind. You want to hang on to that for later. I didn't think we would get equipment for that character quite this early. But yeah, this passageway is relatively short. And we'll fight some more midgets, why not? These guys can drop the meat item, just like those hogs we ran into earlier, which will restore HP to your entire party. Which is pretty good if you happen to get one, because this game only has, I think, one spell that heals your entire party, and you don't get it until the very end of the game, if you get it at all. I think Nina has to be like level 40 or 42 to get that spell, and I'm not sure if I'll even get that high of a level by the time we beat this game. So if you happen to get one, hang on to it. You never know, it might come in handy later on. Yeah, we're almost out of here. In fact, we are out of here. Alright, now that we've made it here to the countryside of Bleak, where it's awfully bleak out. Anyways, I'm sure that's a coincidence and it has no bearing on things whatsoever. So I'm going to end this video here like I always do and say thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.